be able to properly utilize the OptiFlex Pro unit, it's helpful to understand how to set the total air setting and powder delivery settings of the control unit. Let's take a moment to walk through what each of those are. The total air is the second button on the screen here, in this case 3.5. That represents an amount of volume of air that is actually traveling through the airlines, the red and black airlines, into the powder pump. The total air represents the total combination of air of both the red and also the black. Back at the control unit, once we have set our total air, in this case at 3.5, we can see that we have another setting above it, which is our powder delivery percentage. In this case, this represents the percentage of air, of the total air, that is actually going through the red line. So in this particular case, we have 40% of the air, the 3.5 volume of air that is traveling through the unit. 40% of that is going through the red line, and the remaining 60% is traveling through the black hose or the black air line. As we adjust the powder delivery percentage, the control unit will automatically adjust which airline, red or black, is getting more or less air. In this case, if we are to increase the control unit from 40% to another number, say 50%, we are putting more air through the red line and less through the black line. However, the combination never changed below 3.5. So in this particular application, we made an adjustment that just switched air from the black to the red, and we never increased the velocity of the powder traveling through the hose. The total air that is used is the amount of air volume that is traveling through the powder hose to the actual gun. It helps to substantiate a nice uniform delivery of powder. And so not adjusting or incorrect setting adjustment of the total air, it generally leads to excessive puffing or spitting out of the powder cloud. So properly setting the total air is important to start, and then using the powder delivery percentage as a fine-tune adjustment for being able to select the actual amount of powder that you're looking for at any given total air. Most of the time, starting up a new application, generally people will make a selection somewhere between 3.0 and 4.0 on the total air. That's usually a good starting point. And then adjusting for the proper powder cloud coming out of the gun so that you get a nice, uniform, stable cloud. Once you have the proper total air selected, you will generally leave that alone for that particular powder as it is the appropriate amount of total air traveling through the powder hose to the gun. Once you've selected your appropriate amount of total air, then you begin adjusting the powder delivery percentage. Certainly there are some applications where we would need more particle velocity. Maybe we're needing to project the powder further. You're needing maybe more powder out. Certainly in those applications there may be a need to adjust for a higher total air setting, and maybe in this case jumping up to as much as 4, 4.5, or even 5. Those are not uncommon. But generally those are the extreme applications where more powder is needed out of the powder gun, and we're needing both the combination of the powder delivery percentage and the total air to be able to help us to get there. So in a quick review, it's easy to adjust the total air as we reset back to our starting point of 3.5 and adjusting our powder delivery percentage to 40. If that's what we had determined was our optimal setting, the unit will always remember those numbers, and the operator can then adjust as needed for powder delivery percentage by adjusting the 40 here at the control unit, or also they could make a remote control adjustment on the gun itself, adjusting the powder delivery to be able to adjust this up or down, assuming that the gun has been configured for remote control operation of powder delivery.